say my name, that's Sam Law. Hear myself when I hear y'all talk. See my kicks when I see y'all walk. Flex on me, y'all ain't strong. Say my name, that's Sam Law. Still on top, yeah, it's been that long. They won't know till I say I'm gone. They won't know, say my name. Hey everyone, and welcome to the That Sam Law Show, and I'm your host, Sam Law. So today we have a guest that I know for a little minute. I rocked with him over at Earwax. I seen him do a couple of pods. I seen his comedy. I've listened. I've heard him. I hear him loud and clear. We got the OG Black Man. That means original, y'all, in case y'all didn't know what OG means. Not like original gangster, it just means original. The original Black Man, he's the prototype, even though he's a millennial. And the good brother. We gonna find out what that means, because I got no idea what that means, and I'm dying to know. My boy, Reek. So, Reek, tell us about yourself.
Podcast extraordinaire, original Black Man, the good brother, voice of the people, all these other monikers that I've been going by. I'm about to get a whole bunch of them tattooed on the left side of my torso, just so people can understand, because always be marketing, like you told me.
ABM, always
and
be
you know,
marketing.
I just drink water, run 2 miles a day to try to stay in shape, just so I can still dunk on these people they shouldn't be bearing witness to how good I am in basketball. So just to make sure that I'm keeping everything on the even playing field, I just do what I got to do on the exercise level. You feel me?
Jesus.
Or was that too much?
It was a lot.
On Sam's Law?
I don't even know if I comprehended what you just said.
Hey, man.
But I'm gonna get to it, because I think I did. I think I processed it. So you're a basketball player, clearly.
Man, I do a whole bunch of things.
Can I ask you a weird question? This
sure.
is off topic. I might put the cards down. I'm gonna put the cards down.
Uh-oh.
Do you run around the house doing weird basketball moves for no reason?
I mean, you got to stay ready so you don't got to get ready.
So if we were out hanging out, are
Right.
you gonna dunk on me with no hoop?
No, but you might catch a wicked crossover. I got to see what your balance is like.
Okay, because that's become like a part of my life.
Right.
And it terrifies me at moments. I don't know what's going on. It's like, okay, hey babe, do you want a sandwich? Sure. And then I get crossed over and dunk, and I'm like, but I was gonna make you a sandwich.
In relationships, from what I've understood, equilibrium is important.
Okay.
And if you're coming through a faulty equilibrium, he might have to break up with you. So I think as a test to see if you should be his girlfriend, these things have to happen. What's going to happen if I go right to left? Are you going to fall? Are you going to stay clear? Do you know I'm coming? Do you know I can go left? These things
Okay,
are
so
important.
now I can kind of predict his moves. Like earlier this morning, I heard him in the kitchen. I was doing some work before I got ready for the day.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard him in the kitchen, and I could predict that he was
Uh-oh.
I heard it. I could hear the foot moves.
Just do me a favor, that shooting sound. Can you just do that for me again? End it off. She's a professional. Sam Law, baby.
I've been around it.
100%.
So we're gonna get back to the questions, because I mean, okay, original Black Man.
Yeah.
The first.
You're saying it so condescendingly. I
You
am
know
the
what?
original
'Cause
Black
it's
man.
like
Respect your guest.
We're 2022.
Right.
And it's like you're the first.
Yeah.
Okay. You're reincarnated.
Have you ever met somebody named Tariq that looks like me?
See, I didn't even know your name was Tariq.
This is what I'm
I
trying
thought
to
it was
say.
Reek.
This is why I'm the original. You're asking too many questions, and you're not trying to get to the crux of who I am. You're just trying to make little jokes.
You know what? Now I'm about to get to the crux, since you want to make me, forcing me into my questions and whatnot. Let's talk about the crux of the matter. So, who you are, where you from?
I am Reek. I'm from Amityville, Long Island, and I don't eat pork. Not because I'm Muslim or anything, because, pigs are disgusting. So, yeah. Very humble beginnings. Emerald Lane is the Army, better yet the Navy. Came through with a collection of strong Black individuals that have a strong resentment to law enforcement. You know how that goes.
I do.
And I just do everything I can do just to stay out of prison at this point. So if that's through laughter, if that's through writing, if that's through not eating pork, anything I got to do just to stay out of the system, that's what I try to exercise on the day-to-day basis.
All right, so that's your code of honor that you live by. No pork, staying out of jail.
Come on now.
And being the first of a long line of
Finish it
Black
off.
men.
Come on now.
All right, so we're ready. We're
I love this
outside.
show already.
So I noticed that you call yourself the good brother. Now I automatically assumed like maybe that had to do with religion. But you know, what does that actually even mean?
You know, the way you phrase that question, I call myself the good brother. I am the good brother. You know, like I am a male. I am a man that has brown eyes. I am the good brother, you know. And the good brother can take a whole bunch of definitions, but overall, when you greet somebody, you know, a lot of times like, yo, what's up, good brother, how you doing? That's supposed to be like the pinnacle of just having good behavior out here in these streets.
Right.
So I'm the embodiment of just being well behaved at this point, you know. And as doing so, when you have this code of conduct and this code of honor of not eating pork and staying out of jail, you know, I'm slightly well spoken and I look people in the eye. So this is what more pours into me being like the good brother, on top of a multitude of other things that I can't get on, that I can't really get to because we're on a family television. So I'll speak to you about how I'm the good brother when we get off air, because I don't want to mess up any sponsors or anything.
Okay.
Got to take care of the money.
You always have to take care of the money. That's
You have
another
to.
one of our tenets here on the Sam Law Show. We get into the money.
Come on
Hey, everybody mad. What?
Anything
I'm
you do
sorry,
rhythmically,
I'm a party all the time.
anything you do rhythmically, you always start with your shoulders. I
You
noticed
gotta
that.
start. See, I had a bad shoulder.
Ooh,
This
you
shoulder
put
is
oil
not
on
my
it?
good shoulder. This
put oil
shoulder
on
is
it?
my good shoulder. Nah,
Yeah.
I had surgery on
Got
my
it.
shoulder. That's like a tongue twister, y'all. Back in January. So this shoulder is just starting to get its little bop back to it. So we start with this one.
Right in time for spring.
I'm a shoulder girl.
100%.
I want to touch on something you said. You said, I am a good brother.
The good brother.
I am this. So you know what it means when someone declares themselves as I am. They're literally saying to the universe and calling it to themselves that this is who they are. This is who they want the world to know who they are. And this is like from their stardust, all that things that create them. So you are a good person. You are a good man.
Yeah, when you lead with I am, I think that has a negative connotation because nobody really liked that Nas album. But overall, I'm bringing I am back to become positive in the good light of everybody and how everything is going on. You feel me? So yes, I am the good brother.
So it's
not
I am whatever I say I am. See, that's Eminem. If you focus on that, you might be all right.
Yeah.
I like that song.
I'm trying to refrain from saying anything controversial, but having me and Eminem in the same light just can't happen off the strength that he was a white man saying he wanted to kill his mother and rape his girlfriend. So
sheesh.
For those reasons alone, you know.
I hear that. So we
compare me to KRS-One or something. Let's make sure.
KRS-One.
KRS-One said I am in a rap, I'm pretty sure. So I like him.
How'd it go?
Who knows? But he's KRS-One.
Fair enough. Well, we're going to take a... We're going to swoop around music. We're just going to swoop around it. Okay, we're just going to ignore music for a minute because that's not really our expertise here in the Sam Law Show. We like music, but it's not our thing.
Right.
But what we do like is listening to people talk. We like listening to their opinions. You're very opinionated. That's my opinion. I said opinion a lot. I want to say it one more time. So my opinion is that when we're listening to your show, it's only you talking. It's just you. It's nobody. Like you can go. Like you can talk. Like for a little minute. So, what's your inspiration? Like, what are your favorite podcasts other than yours, of course? Because you let us know that yours is like top tier.
You know, my favorite podcast outside of mine, because I'm a podcast extraordinaire, is Bill Burr's Monday Morning Podcast.
You like Bill Burr?
Because that's the podcast that really let me know that I can do this. It's actually funny how I got into Bill Burr. I remember it like it was yesterday. Chris Rock and Angie Martinez were talking because Chris Rock was promoting his movie Top 5. Mm-hmm. And Angie Martinez was like, yo, who do you like? And Chris Rock said a number of people. Chris Rock asked Angie Martinez, and she was like, you know who I really like? Bill Burr. And I'm like, anytime I hear of something that I'm not really familiar with, I automatically try to research it because I like to be in the know. And then, you know, I went on a YouTube rabbit hole. Then I watched a few of his stand-ups. And it just so happens, as I was on my YouTube rabbit hole, he brought up his podcast. So then, I want to say this is like 2014 or 15 when Top 5 came out. And I started listening. And he's just by himself, just doing what I'm doing now. And I'm like, yo, if this dude can do it, I for sure can do it. And then I gave it a try. I became a fan favorite amongst my collective of listeners, and then I've just been going on ever since. So because I didn't know this was possible prior to him, I gotta say the Monday Morning Podcast is my favorite podcast right now.
Nice. Okay. Well, I am a fan of Bill Burr here on the That Sam Law Show, and yes, he's very controversial, and yes, he says some crazy things. I like how one of his stand-ups actually that he has on Netflix, he talks about, he kind of exposes the culture, and he talks about women's rights and when the women's movement, and of course, you know, he goes all around it to say what he had to say, but it was, at the end of the day, what I took from him was like, yo, respect women, they doing their thing, you know? But he made me laugh, he made me, he shocked me, but I dig it, I totally dig that. So
yeah, he was introduced to lotion in his 30s by his black girlfriend, now wife, so that's why I really respect him.
Well, you know what? At the end of the day, that's probably how most people that are different than us were introduced to lotion.
100%.
So if you need some lotion, don't use Jergens. They got a lot going on.
At all. Jergens is terrible.
Stay away from it. Coconut oil is my thing. You were talking about how you stay hydrated and athletic, but you didn't mention the coconut oil.
I'm more of a body butter person.
Okay. Shay.
My hydration comes from a jar. Makes me feel empowered that way.
Okay.
So, you know.
We got that at the crib. We got some shea butter. We outside. We like to stay moisturized and hydrated.
100%. You're glistening. I can see what's going on over there.
Hey, shining, yeah. So, I got it. You're so different. Like, you're all over the place, quite literally. One day, you decided to take your car and travel all through America. What was that experience like? Where'd you go? And why did you want to do that?
I'm going to start with your last question first.
Okay.
I was going through a rough time, probably the roughest time I've ever experienced as a person. And the one thing that I feel like people take for granted is how cool it is to actually look forward to something that you've never done before. Like, I'm gonna stop saying, like, in my experience, life is very cyclical and redundant. You know, you go to work, you come home, you eat at the same places, you might vacation around the same times of year, same friends, same family, same beverages in your fridge. But you got to intertwine some type of difference just to shake things up.
Variety is the spice of life.
So when I was going through that rough time, I just wanted to have the opportunity just to look forward to something. So as opposed to topping on flights or whatever have you, just to be on the open road, I mean, nothing but me and my thoughts. You see how things architecturally change as you're going down the highways and things like that. The cars people drive, you know, what's on the side of the road. And that really put me in a brighter mood, only because when you're going through craziness and you feel like the sky is falling, the last thing you want to do is just be in the same place where the sky is falling. You want to go to new skies. So
unless you're Chicken Little.
Unless you're Chicken
Little. Then
Little.
you're gonna catch your big break talking about the sky is falling.
You know, I really hated that book, because I was more of a Captain Underpants type of person. So once that Chicken Little sky is falling.
You gotta be younger than me.
What? You're not a Captain Underpants person?
I don't recall Captain Underpants.
I'm gonna keep going along with this road trip because you just disappointed me. So anyway, I went to a whole bunch of states. You know, I went to Delaware, I went to North Carolina, I went to Alabama, I went to Georgia, I went to Champaign, Illinois.
Was there champagne in Champaign?
You know, I did procure some on the low.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I went to Indianapolis. I went to Ohio. You know, I went to the Poconos. I want to say I went to some upwards of like 13, 14 states.
That's awesome. You just driving around. All right. Well, he clearly understands this journey called life. He took a journey.
I'm trying.
You still doing it? You still on the road?
Yeah, you know, when you drive like an Elantra, and before gas prices got crazy, I can drive from here to California like $15 gas. So it really wasn't like a big deal.
He's a frugal king. This is why he's the good brother. He budgets.
Frugal.
Listen.
That doesn't. I'm economically sound. Let's
economically sound. He might go a little crazy with his J's. He got on the Space Jams. What are those? The Concords
you're actually trying to get me robbed, and I don't appreciate that.
Listen, I'm sorry. As a J's fanatic, when somebody comes on the Sam Law show with cooler J's than me,
they're fake.
I gotta appreciate them.
I found these on Canal Street because you're trying You're trying to put my life in danger.
He got the Concords, y'all. I bought my brother a pair of Concords for his birthday, right? The 2018s, I think. We all put in money to buy them. So he might not spend money on gas and his Elantra, but he's spending them on his J's, and I respect that.
Priorities.
And you know what? When you're out there and you're trying to like get to know people and you're making your way downtown, you're walking fast, faces past, and you're homebound.
You got to make the sound. Don't you dare. There we go. Don't take that away from me. Make that sound.
You know,
right.
You might be staring blankly ahead. And one of the things you realize is like you might be missing something. So I was reading through your tweets, and I don't normally do that. I'm not a Twitter girl. I'm not a tweeter. I don't, that little bird that goes, oh, I'm gonna try and moisten my lips enough. See, y'all can't hear that. I don't know what sound that was. But the tweeting sound, it was annoying or whatever. But I went through your Twitter, and one of the quotes that really stood out to me was, everyone is out for self, but seeking companionship, we're really in the matrix. What in the world does that even mean?
You know, this is more of a social media thing, but we're in the middle of a gender war right now.
Oh, wow. We're going back to a Bill Burr again.
No, just period. We're not the gender war like white women versus everybody. I'm talking about legitimately, we have man bashing, we have woman bashing, we have date bashing. Right. It's just a collection of bashing from everybody. It's like bashing Inception. So what it's looking like, it's the mistreatment Olympics. It's how can I mistreat the person I'm trying to deal with and get the most out of them simultaneously. So with me, it's like, how is everybody practicing such individualism, but everybody wants to get cuffed? How does that even work? Nobody's practicing teamwork. Nobody's practicing unity. Nobody's talking about coming to meetings about people. It's like, well, if this dude don't do this and do that and wear a black hat, then he can't get with me. And men, on the other hand, is like, man, I'm a highbrow, high-stakes man. You know,
high-value king.
I'm a high-value king. You know, these hat-wearing wenches that wear weave. It's not even their hair, and just saying
hair. That's what we call it.
Just saying all these kinds of things that's just inflammatory.
Oh no, we call it our hair hats.
And at the end of the day, when you look into the eyes of all these people that's saying all this craziness, everybody wants to be with somebody, but nobody actually is saying anything that behooves them in the realm of companionship. So it's like, we got to be in the matrix. We have to be.
Wow. Well, listen, ladies, I heard a lot. As a young woman, I heard a lot. I don't know if Reek's an eligible bachelor, but if he is, y'all better follow his show.
I'm definitely eligible because I cheat, so everything is all
good. Oh, well, okay. So we're back to square one.
Yes, sir.
The quote, he sounds good.
Yes, sir.
So, ladies, we back at the problem we was already in. Abort mission.
High value men that stay faithful.
Do not.
Wait, what do the people say?
Not.
I'm an alpha male. These women need to be coming up, groveling at my feet. You know what I'm saying? I'll have a 401k, so I'm way better than you. You know what I'm saying? So
I think most of us here have a 401k.
I don't have a 401k.
Oh man.
Which is another reason why I have to cheat. You got to get in where you fit in.
Lord have mercy. Well, you know what? Honestly, I don't have nothing to say because, you know, here at the Sam Law Show, everybody does what they want, how they want, when they want, where they want. And you know what? If that's how you see fit to live your life, who am I to judge you? You know? But one of the things I want to ask you is, what do you feel like people misunderstand about you the most? Because clearly they now know you're a cheater. So give us something else.
This is old news. How are you going to go to a new question? We're trying to push along, and you're just going to come through and just put old news in my face. That is very immature.
When you only talk to yourself on the podcast, you get confused about this. But when you have to, you know, work with a guest, you got to kind of go back and hear what they said and bring it back out. Hey,
100%.
That's the Latina in me. We do shoulders.
I think it comes across, I'm like this very stoic, overly educated guy that doesn't really have fun and doesn't really do much but like read 1,000 books. And, you know, whenever you're, like, slightly well-spoken, people just want to make it seem like I'm just in the laboratory trying to cure cancer or something like that. Or because I don't really, you know, a lot of things can happen. Just YouTube out. You know what I mean? You know, just give me a Bunsen burner and I can get right. But
CRISPR.
but outside of that, you know, because I don't really smile in pictures, it's like, yo, you're just super serious, man.
That's not. You don't smile.
Yeah, come on now, because you got to pay for that.
I was just at an event with you a few weeks ago, and I gave you a hug, and I wasn't sure if you hated me or loved me or you didn't want me around.
That's part of my
mystique. Your face was like.
Me and Wolverine. It's part of my mystique. Can't have know what you're thinking. That's how you get robbed out here.
Do you like Mystique?
As a character on X-Men?
Yes.
More of like a Gambit person.
Fair enough. Okay. All right, I'm sorry. We totally went off the side
I'm
with
prepared
that.
for all these questions, man. You
I
can't
like
throw
it.
with me. I'm
I'm
here.
like trying to throw stuff at you. You're volleying it back. We're outside. We're inside. We're outside. We're everywhere. All right. Wow. So the most misunderstood thing about you is you're not as serious and boring as people think you are.
Yes,
You're
I'm not a
actually-
hitman. That's a fact.
You're a fully rounded good brother.
Are you talking about my weight? That's crazy. You disrespect all your guests like that?
Oh, Lord
I'm eating
Jesus,
Brussels
it's
sprouts the moment I
fire.
get off this stage.
You like Brussels sprouts?
Fire.
Now I'm going back to you.
Fire.
Now I'm going back to you're in the laboratory and you can
You gotta
cure
throw some
cancer.
vibe on the Brussels sprouts, though. You throw some seasoning on that
Throw a
thing,
little
throw it in the
double on
oven.
that joint. All right.
Come on
Go
now.
outside with it.
I'll send you a recipe.
Our engineer over here was like, yeah, throw some seasoning on it. He
Some
was
seasoning.
salt bae real quick. Hit us with the hand. I see you.
100%.
Okay. So let me ask you, what's your advice for anyone trying to start a podcast?
Don't be an echo chamber to things that you're already seeing. So if you want to be the relationship podcast, we have that. If you want to be the Woman Ain't Nothing podcast, we already have that. If you want to be the current events podcast, we have 1,000 of those. You have to find, I would say, do a subject that's very unique to you. If you're into collecting trading cards, if you're into what are those Funko things? Funko Pop joints, if you're into a collection of that, or if you're into some type of video games, if you're into fine dining or whatever, just find something that's very unique to your personality and then be expressive about that. Because if you're like, oh, they're talking about dating over there, they're talking about food over there, maybe if I intertwine the two, I'll call it the food dating show, maybe I'll get lit. There's 1,000 of those. What's unique to you? That's why I call my show The Good Brother Experience, because I'm conveying how I see the world, which is unique in itself, and this is why my show is so successful. And it's going to continue to be successful because I'm a podcast extraordinaire. So 100%.
I just want to be successful. I feel like we should have had a soundtrack playing on this episode. I feel like I just wrote it. So I want to know.
Sure.
You over here talking about niches and all of that. What's the last thing you searched on Google?
A Powerline t-shirt from a Goofy movie. Remember Powerline? I just
You remember the song?
Yeah, I'm not gonna sing it though because I don't know the words and I hate people who do
Okay,
that.
I got a question for you. Trivia. Who actually played that character in the movie?
Teddy Campbell.
Tevin Campbell.
Tevin Campbell.
Yes.
Tevin
You know the
Campbell.
dance?
I know everything. I'm not gonna do it because you know
All right, we might
my
be
family
the
might
same
see
age.
this, but
We might be millennials.
Yeah.
I thought he was some other generation, but he's back with us talking about a Goofy movie and all that.
I mean, I got the neons, the Air Max 95s.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know, I might have to hurt him with the Powerline T-shirt.
Yeah, you know,
So-
you could probably just have somebody make that for you. Wait, over here on the That Sam Law Show, I'm gonna do a shameless plug. One of my good friends has a store called Long Island Fashion Lab, and they make a lot of my customs. Like if
You're
you
talking about Craig, and that's
I
one
am
of
talking
my
about
one of my favorite
Craig.
people.
He's one of my favorite people as well, and you know he makes any of our custom clothes for that Sam Law Show. If you see my executive assistant walking around in the Sam Law shirt, he made that. So you know you might as well pop over, give him some, tell him what you want. He'll produce it. He's
Shout out to
always
Craig and
producing.
Knees. I love you guys.
Hey, Neves, that's my brother. Anyway, so
Yeah, every time I go over there, I'm sorry if I cut you
no,
off.
do
but
your thing.
I'm always
It's about
reminded
you.
of Inside the NBA
Yeah.
because it's just a whole bunch of black men with bald heads, and I don't know what's going on, but I just feel like lack of hair is just plaguing our community. So anytime I go in there, I just want to talk about basketball.
One guy, they got another guy in there that does the girls' fashion. Don't he have hair?
Yo, they have people that like they substitute. I really can't keep. I know
It's like
there's
the Knicks. They
two-
subbing somebody in at all
the
times.
two primary men in there have no hair, and I'm like, oh, this is Charles Barkley and Shaquille O'Neal right here. So shout out to
Oh
them.
man. So we back to the 90s NBA. Listen, that was maybe before my time. I don't want nobody to know my real age. But let me ask you a question, Reek. First off, I want to say this was an absolute delight. And if I want to be delighted again, boyfriend, don't be mad, please. I don't mean it that way. But if I want to hear more from you, hear more of your tweets, watch your pod, listen to your pod and all that, stay connected, where can I find you and how can my audience connect with you?
All right. Prior to me saying this, I just wanted to make it clear to kind of look into the camera. I've been looking into the camera.
Your camera's over there, but look into it. Give
Let
him
me
a
make
good.
something clear.
It's this one.
If you use an underscore in your name,
Whoa.
that means you're a follower. You're not
Whoa!
original. All right? There's no underscores
Whoa!
in any of my name. I am the first of my name because I'm very big into originality. So with that being said, on Twitter and on Instagram, don't follow me on Facebook because I didn't go to high school with you. Don't be weird. On Twitter and on Instagram, I am the OG Black Man. It's all one word, the OG Black Man. And you can listen to me on the Good Brother Experience wherever podcasts are streaming.
All right. Well, I do happen to have an underscore in my name.
Sorry to hear that.
There's a lot of Sam Laws, but I'm the #1 ranking on Google, so I'll take that. I'll wear that little gold star. But it was a pleasure having you. Listen, y'all got to come back for more of the That Sam Law show. We got a great lineup of guests. We're going to be talking to our girl, BB Palmer. She's a queen. Who else we got? We got, I feel like I'm missing somebody, but who else we got? Where's production? Who else do we have on the show? We got BB Palmer. We got Long Island Gaming League. We got, who else we got? Izzy Potter. We got, there's one more. We're missing somebody. Brandon Lee, another Amityville's greats. Listen, we got to keep up. Listen, our production team, y'all can say stuff out loud here. This is a family-friendly show, and we're family here. I'm glad to have you in our circle of friendship, Reek, and I think I want to have you back.
Hey, man,
I think we got to make that happen. Definitely.
I'm honored that I was asked to be on the show, and I would love to come back.
Awesome. Well, if you want to see more Reek, go the OG Black Man, the Good Brother Experience. You want to see some more Sam Law? That's _Sam Law. I'm sorry, I'm not original, guys. But I'm here, and I'm me. And if you love me, you can find me. All right, y'all. Thank you for tuning in to the That Sam Law Show.
All y'all enjoy me, the song y'all can step with.